Hi there, my name is Kristi, and to be honest, I don't love my parents. Let me tell you my story. I struggle to remember when it all went bad, and living in my own house became hell. My mom gave birth to me when she was 16. My dad was her college classmate. He never wanted such a responsibility, so I've never seen him. Besides, my mom herself often pretended that I wasn't there. We lived at my granny's house for a long time, and it was a great time. My granny taught me many different things, but I liked sewing the most. You know, I felt like I was born to design and create beautiful outfits. But Mom despised my hobby and thought it was mindless. Unfortunately, 10 years later, something very bad happened. My granny passed away. At some point, my mom and I became closer, and I thought that my life would get better, that we would become a good family. Nevertheless, once I came home from school and heard a man's voice coming from the kitchen. The same night, Mom introduced me to David, her new boyfriend. He didn't seem to be a kind man. Moreover, he allowed himself to crack stupid jokes about me. I gave him a chance, since anyone deserves one. In a little while, my mom said that he was going to live with us. I can't say that we were on good terms, since David was still trying to make unpleasant jokes about me and didn't have a job. He was just spending all the time at home, drinking beer and watching movies. But I thought my mom was happy with him. If only I had known how it was going to turn out later. I remember that school finished earlier that day, so I was home before usual. As soon as I entered the house, I heard David fight with someone loudly over the phone. I tried to listen and realized they were talking about a big sum of money. He said he was going to pay off, but how? David didn't have a single day of work ever since he had moved in with us. Later, I saw him go into my mom's room and take a few bills out of her purse. I was shocked and decided to tell my mom everything. I could already imagine him apologizing awkwardly and leaving our house for good. That night, when he was in the other room, I joined my mom in the kitchen to tell her what happened. Mom listened to me, but decided to ask David regardless. They had a loud fight, and in a few minutes, Mom called me. She looked at me angrily and said, "I know everything." In a second, she added, "Why would you take my money and blame it on David?" That night, I cried a lot and repeated many times that it was him who did it. David tried to humiliate me. He called me a thief and a liar. My mom stopped giving me money, even for school lunches, which is why I started working as soon as I turned 14. I was sewing things and selling them to my friends, and later to other people too. Soon enough, I had enough money to rent a small apartment in the suburbs. Mom avoided talking to me after that fight. I didn't want to be in the house where I felt betrayed. As soon as I turned 16, my mom closed the door in front of me, saying, "One day, you'll understand." I am 17 now. I have a great loving boyfriend named Alex. We live together. I am graduating this year. I will enroll into a university to become a fashion designer afterwards. By the way, I still haven't understood my mom. I know for a fact that I don't love my parents. Moreover, I'm no longer angry. Nevertheless, I doubt that I will ever feel good about them, that I will ever love them. No matter what, I am a completely different person, which is why I will be able to create my own family and become a good parent. If you liked my story, subscribe to my channel and watch other stories.